There we go. It is good now. There we go. Let's have the salt till this chat. Oh, we have someone. What's up? McQuinn. Doing some test stream. Could be interesting. Alright, let's do this. Low audio.
Alright. I'm just trying to see how things work. Not even gonna promote this stream. Is it better now? And I don't know how to have chat up while I'm drawing. Um, here we go then. Uh, mhm. Alright, awesome. Mhm. Okay, that's that. I don't know, probably some cheapest one is like Wacom. One by Wacom. But I'm planning to buy a new one. You don't really need a good tablet, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Even for the beginning, I even used the mouse. Well, actually, the first 4 chapters are traditional, and then just like edited with a mouse, basically. And after that, I got this tablet, and I've been using this. Okay. Still not a pop-up. How do I? Oh man. Still not gonna work. I can do that. Oh, well, I don't know. How does that look on stream? I guess it's not too bad. There we go. Don't know if I should promote this stream to make things more interesting, but I'm just like trying stuff out. Oh yeah, I mean the the art definitely did, but I don't think that's because of the tablet or anything. The first 5 chapters had one style, and then it changed once again, and then I went back and redrew a lot of stuff. I mean, I guess it's constantly changing. I kind of like it like that. Because I see a lot of artists stagnate, even though they can improve. It could be a little bit jarring as well, but to be honest, I think in the end it just creates for a better result, because when I started I definitely wasn't that good. There's always something new to learn. Okay. Alright, I can do that. I don't want to embarrass myself, but by doing this the first time, but if it's good like this, It's probably gonna be alright. What is this? Don't know how often I'm gonna do these. Probably not a lot. Just trying stuff out. Alright, there we go. Let's see what happens now. Oh, here's the H. Hard body. Let me. Alright, there we. Oh well. A lot of people started coming in. Trying to experiment a little bit with this stream. Who knows where it goes. It's probably not gonna be anything special now. But I might have some interesting project with this. Just to get used to it a little bit. I guess for now it's just a simple Q&A. What's up, Jim? Okay. Hope everything works fine. Don't know how exactly it should function, but what was it? Okay. Now for this panel. Some reference. An iPad drawing. Well, I don't know. I'm not the one to answer that question. I use Wacom and it's probably the cheapest one. It probably is a good investment. You think DH uses an iPad? Is the arc about Yukio finished? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh well, wait. There's the police arc. I don't. Now we're back to Rex and Neo. Where's that reference? Okay, there we go. Look at these bad boys. Yeah, I know you mean the cop, but all right, how do I do this? Okay, I think it's this reference. I'm telling you, Freeze. They run the show this time. Somebody should just beat them up, bro. Definitely. Oh, thank you, thank you. I even forgot I put it there. No, this should be smaller. I haven't really prepared any real content. Wacom is mad expensive in my country. Really? I mean, I think this one that I'm using is like 50 or 60 bucks. And I'm from not exactly a first world country. And it's still not that expensive. Traditional is always good. I guess digital is just faster, especially if you want to post it online. But okay, I don't know why I did that. There we go. So, do you have one of those tablets you draw on instead of a monitor? I think you meant, do we have like a monitor tablet? No, it's just the cheapest one. But I like it more like that. I actually tried working on a monitor tablet, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not used to it, but I like this better. I can just like, and I heard like, well, I haven't used it long enough. I just tested it out. Um, and I heard like the hand would get like warm after long use, and I do use it a lot. So because it's still a screen that we're talking about here. But all in all, I still enjoy using this one. I do plan to get a better one. On these without the screen? Well, probably. I'm just like, I just got used to it. I don't have to look at where I'm drawing. Are you a Serbian hero or a Serbian villain? I don't know. You be the judge about that. I can be both. I try to be a hero though. Oh, I don't know what to do. This is not gonna work. So they should stand like here. So huge. Yeah, this is a lot better. The last few chapters have been going insane. I love the stuff, man. Well, thank you. Thank you. They're just gonna keep getting better. We're building stuff up for something huge. Yeah, let me cook, bruh. I know how to cook eggs pretty well. Decline wall here, and they should be there. Okay, I actually like that. We do have a lot of projects planned, so it's kind of hard to work on everything at the same time, especially because I have school on the side, which probably takes up most of my time. Nothing is burning. Nothing is burning yet. It will, however. Okay. You should burn those furries, though. Look at them. But they still have swag with them, to be honest. They're crazy, but you have them in mass, and I don't know, they can probably take out a military or something. We can have some backpack. What can we have a backpack? A rainbow flag? Yep, sure. Something like that. Why was the furries added in the recent chapter? Well, you'll see in this one. It's all coming together. This tournament, I don't think y'all are ready for what's going to happen. This is not just your regular tournament. Is Rex part furry? Well, biologically, mentally, no. He is kind of insane, but not in that way. I don't know. He can have some pets. Oh yeah, he can have that. A little bit of a doo-doo stain on his ass. Will Rex fight? Well, keep reading the chapters. Okay. What's up, Sveeder? I don't know. Each looks like Neo. Well, yeah, he's the... Actually, I don't know if his avatar is like as old as Neo. Maybe. He had his channel for a while. I think he said it's supposed to look like Hit from the Dragon Ball Super. Then he just changed him to brown. And DH stands for dickhead. So it looks kind of like a dickhead. But I think Neo came in later. Because Neo looked a lot different in the original webcomic than he does now. Where is the original? Well, it's gone. You can't read it anymore. Because the website it was on is just down. But, I mean, people are even selling the N-word original, like, print. But there is actually, and not many people know this, there's actually a print of the original webcomic, and that's even rarer. And no, the webcomic is not ongoing. It stopped actually a long time ago. The original webcomic stopped at the point after the school shooting arc when Neo took Rex home. Like that flashback. Rex flashback, yeah. When he was a kid. That's where it stopped. How did I find out about the dogning in webcomic? Well, here's the thing. I found it on YouTube. I was like a big One Punch Man fan, and and I saw it in the video. It's just like randomly in the background, and I was like, "What is this? Like, there's no way this is a real manga." The printed copy, and then I googled it, and then I found out about it, and then I fell in love. And it wasn't actually. I think it was a year after that when I was like, okay, I wanna redraw this, and I wanna be a part of this. Something like that. Am I really from Serbia? Yeah, I am. This is not that good. Okay. Okay. Rex Durags looks raw. Yeah, he does. I really like how it fits him. Who knows what he's gonna do with that? This arc. actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's save this and move on to the next one. I started this thing where I do the backgrounds traditionally and just put them in. It just looks a lot nicer. It looks a lot more natural as well. While the simplistic characters look great, as they're noticeable, the backgrounds can be like detailed and intricate, and I think that helps when I do them traditionally. I started doing them because of time, really. How often do you plan to stream? Not a lot. This is just a test stream. I'm probably not gonna do anything of this sort probably ever. I'm not gonna do like this Q&A stream or whatnot, but I do have in plan to make some like actual projects, like a stream that has a purpose. It can be a drawing stream, but there should be a theme to it. I want to, everything I do, I want it to be, I want to give it 100% of myself. It's just a lot more fun, and if I do another stream, it's probably gonna be planned. I'm gonna tell everyone in advance, and it's probably gonna be a lot better than this one, as it's gonna be more meaningful. I don't know if that is the right word. What is that? Yukio is the realest for real. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone else in the universe is kind of crazy, but he seems to have a good look at the things that are going on. At least the best. For now. I mean, who knows what happens later. Hello, hello, Art of Chairman. Okay, let's see. Is that... How does it feel to make the most fired thing in the universe? Well, I don't know about whether it's the most fired thing in the universe, but it is the most fired thing to me. And I actually really, really love doing this. I wouldn't trade it for anything else. It's just fun. Even if you all didn't read, just having to do this, as crazy as it seems, it really fills me in, and I grow as a person. What would you do if Murata followed you back? That would be cool. That would be cool. But to be honest, I kinda, well, not fell out of love for One Punch Man. I haven't read it in a while. I kinda just don't like where it's currently heading. And, I mean, Murata was a big inspiration back in the day. But now, less so. But I think now, less so of everyone. At the beginning, as you're starting out, you have these idol artists you look up to, but then you want to develop yourself, and then you look back to nature, and I think that's where you find the most stuff, because everything else seems like a copy. And that's kind of what's been happening with like the AI art and all of that stuff that's been going on. And I think in the end it's going to be a good thing, because people will start to change their ideas about art. It's not as threatening as it initially seems. At least that's what I think. Bro, it's in my top 5 best manga. Thank you, seriously. We really want to make it better and better. And I mean, I think people see when something is honest, and as honest as a manga with this premise and this title can be. But I think it first has to start with us. If we don't like it, then who's really gonna care? But what did I want to do? Let me check the script again. Oh, so that's that. Other things just kind of boring or just doesn't feel genuine. Thank you. I mean, I think that's kind of what's been happening, and it's actually hard to tell something unique. I don't think even Dog Ningen does that a lot, but I think you have to clean and clean up your words, clean up your art until you really get something that is uniquely yours. But on social media, it's so hard to find. It's just constant stuff going back and forth, and it's like trying to be in a healthy shape while only eating junk food. The real experience, the real stuff comes from what you do off and outside of it. And just that little thing that I experience by taking a walk outside can mean a lot and feel a lot more genuine than just, oh, look, I read all these manga and then I'm just going to combine them and make something that is lesser. What is the next question? Wait. Is it being published like by a company? Could it? I'm not sure I understand the question. I mean, we do have Amazon copies. By a company. Well, I don't know. If somebody would pick it up, but as of now we're on our own. But when I do finish school, there'll be a lot more stuff opening to possibly work on, because we do have so much projects. It's just hard to keep up when it's only like me and DH. Art of German, even if it started as a shitpost, Dog Ningen became a series with its own qualities. You and DH are knocking it out of the park. Thank you. That's what we are trying to do. It definitely started as a shitpost. I mean, DH wrote it in algebra class, just as a meme, and people said, "Oh, continue." And even the goal or the title, it seems stupid, and it definitely is, and it definitely didn't start off as anything deep, but that spontaneity, when you kind of think about it, it makes sense, because he didn't do it out of a lie, if I can say it like that. So you just kind of analyze yourself, and you're like, oh, why did I write that? And then it does have a meaning. It does have something that you can just expand on, even though it seems stupid, even though it seems like awful. Dog Ningen is pretty original. Well, we try to be, but again, like I said, it's so very hard. It's so very hard. You think you're original one day, and then you move on, and you see you're not. And I don't know if you can entirely be 100% original. Probably not. But at the very least, it's not even about originality. It's about having something that matters, because I mean, a lot of the things I enjoy the most in life, they're pretty dull, to say, like, but I have my own experience. I'm not so much online as many nowadays. When I would go outside, just looking at some of those plain things and learning how to appreciate it. And they're not original maybe, but my experience of them is. Um, and then you can actually get something from that. You can absorb something that's more than what you find online in this world that we are kind of trapped in. I don't know. Wait, what's the next question? Thank you, Svader. I'm not gonna read it out in Serbian. Most people don't know it, but thank you. What is your writing process like? How much is planned versus improvised? Well, I mean, that's more so a question for DH, but I do actually do quite a bit of writing myself, but DH does the original scripts, and then we talk about it, we change it. I guess the skeleton of the story is planned out, and then a lot of the jokes and all of that stuff. And I think DH is great about when it comes to that. His jokes are honest. It's not he's not trying so much to be funny. He's just enjoying himself, and all of these like little things, they really add up to this like honest American humor. I don't know, and it's just like a blast having those in. I'm kind of there to like put the story back so it doesn't like fly off, because the original webcomic was just so absolutely crazy, and I'm kind of like, okay, DH, I don't think that's gonna work because of plot holes or whatever, but he's just kind of so out there, and he makes that crazy factor that it's so hard to replicate. I don't think I could do it without him. And then I'm like, okay, maybe you went a little bit too crazy there, because it's funny in the moment, but the story will just derail if that does happen. Like the T-Rex stuff at the beginning in the webcomic, it was actually a time travel story, and who knows what would have happened if that stayed, even though it's more funny, even though it's just crazy. I think if it's licensed by a publishing company, Dognigan would get neutered, like Rex not being able to use Darkfang. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing: there probably are some publishing companies that are willing to keep it as is, because I don't think it has the same punch. That you might say it's not necessarily a part of the story, and you can have all the serious aspects of it stay, but the point is that American, that crudeness, that edginess that is present in the hood, if I can say it like that. I think that's a big part of the story. It makes it feel more soft. It has that touch that's not there. I mean, like ripping dicks off, like all the stuff about, well, I mean, I can't talk about it on the live, but you know what Dogning is about, and removing all of that. I mean, even the name. So it's kind of sad that we don't have it in print, but it has a different vibe. The title is and does matter a lot. Will the stream stay up after it ends? Probably. I'm not sure. Maybe I delete it. Because I don't know if you were there when I was talking about it, but I will do more like planned streams. They're not gonna be often at all. I'm probably not gonna do the same stream like this, just like Q&A. If it does become something, it's probably gonna be this like project streams. They're gonna be more like meaningful. I'm gonna have a plan on what I'm gonna do and what the stream is gonna be about. But sure, I can keep this one. How can I make my own manga beside the tutorial on YouTube? Oh yeah, I forgot to answer that one. Rekira, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Good day to you, and I hope you're doing well as well. The H is mad funny. He is definitely. How can I make my own? Okay, that was the other question. Well, I don't think you can answer a question like that shortly. Uh, it's it's a process. Like art in general, making art is pretty difficult. It's kind of like the whole journey. I think some artists said that. I keep wanting to Google who said that because it's a really nice thing to say, but all in all, some artist said an artist in his lifetime only makes one work. So um, it's just the constant growth. You might start knowing how to do regular art. That's a big thing, and you always make some improvements. You can always learn what a manga is and how to do that. But the thing is, I always liked manga. Well, not always, but I definitely didn't for a long time. But I didn't think this is what I'm going to do. But I absolutely love it still. But I know from basically as I was born, I know I was going to do something relating to art. That could have been anything, really. And I mean, again, I'm just going on tangents here, but I don't think there is one example of or short thing on how to make your own manga. It's just this whole process that you need to dedicate yourself to, and most importantly, sacrifice. I think when people come to me with that question, I tell them you need to be ready to sacrifice, whatever that means to you. Uh, at the very least, time. At the very least, you need to sacrifice time, uh, because if you really want to be good at this, you have to sacrifice what is important to you. And a lot of people, let's say, play games or something like that. And I think they're great. I mean, of course, but there is something higher that you can do with your time. Um, Not even talking about like actual like what was I supposed to say? My brain went off. Well, I don't know. Forget it. Tris has a good design. Yep. Yep. Do you translate the story into Serbian? No. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. It's not that hard. I mean, I can definitely do it. It's just that I don't think anyone would necessarily read it. We do. What could be interesting having copies in actual Serbian stores, and that's something I want to look into because I think people would buy that. And I'm not sure we can have the N word. I mean, people here in Serbia don't really care about that, but I'm talking too much. I forgot about drawing, but um, yeah. What inspired Rex? That shonen protagonist was he inspired? What inspired Rex? What shonen protagonist was he inspired? Like the character of Rex? Well, to be honest, I don't think I can answer that question. It's more so DH that came up with the concept about him. But I guess it's like a parody. At the very least, at the beginning, it's the parody of just like tropes like, oh, I want to be king of the pirates, I want to be the Hokage. It's just that, oh, I want to do that thing to my dad. That's the original thing. When you finish Dog Ningen, what will be your next original story? uh First of all, I don't know, I'm not planning that much into advanced. I probably am gonna do something, but I don't think Dog Ningen is gonna be over for a long time, at least for what we have planned, but who knows. The HQ&A stream when he actually did a lot of those, but he deleted. Well, not a lot, but he did a few. He was in the stream, uh, just popped up a little bit and then left. Okay, having to like draw and talk at the same time is proving to be well, read questions is proving to be a lot more difficult than I thought. I even forgot how all these characters look like. I guess I can have a question for you guys. What do you think about the new arc, the Wild tournament as a whole? What do you think? What are your predictions? So I can laugh a little bit. Don't delete the stream, please. Okay, I won't. I did actually have it in plan to just delete it, but it can stay up if you guys want to. So far, it's good. All right, that Rich, that dude who forwarded is interesting. Might work for Neo's dad organization. All right. I think you guys should like. Well, I'm not gonna tell you how to read the story, but you definitely want to pay extra attention to the this arc. Every single little thing that happens is gonna be important later on. Where the characters are, who lost and who didn't. It's all gonna, because this is like probably the first like fully planned arc. Well, not fully, but you know, there's always, and there needs to be some space for like change, but it is different from the others. This like tangled web of things going on, and so far we just begun. Many shonen manga have tournament arcs. It's naturally that a parody has one. I think it's great. Looking forward to more. Yeah. It's not even so much about it being a tournament arc. Again, the main point of them even coming here is trying to find info about Rex's dad. So whether they find something or not, you'll have to tune in. I think the two finalists will be Neo and Rex. Well, as far as I know, they're not even participating, but who knows. Do you like using Krita? Yes, I do. I got used to that. Neither of them are in the tournament. How would they get in? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Oh, come on. Let me get some. Wait, is Dagnigan a shonen or seinen? Can you make a power system? Well, it is a seinen, but the answer to that second question you'll get relatively soon. But there is a way the powers function, yes, but it is more of a seinen than a shonen. It's definitely not for kids. I mean, that's ultimately what makes that distinction, but I can use that one. Does the dude have 4 legs? The announcer? No, this is like this is like the what you call it, like his clothes, you know, those things he has in the back. What is that? What inspired you to draw? And your art style? I was inspired by Kagero Project. I'm not even sure what that is. Let me Google it. Nope, not seen that. What inspired you to draw? Well, manga or generally? I think generally I always liked drawing, and I just kind of kept working on that. Well, okay. Have you read JOH? I'm not. What is that? Oh, the God of High School. No, I have not. I have not read that many webtoons at all. I only read like Scarfman and Lukeism. I think that's what it was. Maybe something else, but I forgot. I must say I love the mangas. Thank you, thank you. So far we're doing this stream. It's probably not gonna be the same one like this, but I might stream in the future some more. But it's not gonna be. It's gonna be more structured. I just did a test stream like now. Hey, what about Chainsaw Man? Yep. I mean, of course I read Chainsaw Man. I kind of like, well, I don't know how good that is. Maybe I'm kind of a dick to think like this, but I think when something kind of becomes too mainstream, I kind of take a step off. I was like a really big fan of Chainsaw Man, but now that it's kind of like blowing up, I don't know, like I always liked it when people are blowing it way out of proportion, saying it's the second coming of Christ, even though it's actually really good, and I really like the part 2, and I'm reading it, well, not every week, I forget sometimes, but yep. The best webtoon is Tower God, I don't know, maybe. I don't really like webtoons, but there definitely is good ones. How would you say the test stream is going so far? Well, I have no expectations. I didn't even plan to like promote it on the Discord server, uh, but just to see how things go. I mean, I said it like 3 times already. I'm gonna do like some more planned out streams. Have some theme to them if I'm going to do them. It could be drawing related, but it's not gonna be just this like Q&A type. So this is probably your only chance. I'm not the type of guy to like this attention, and I don't know if I can even say it like that, but you know what I mean. Why does the dog end remind me of One Punch Man? No offense. At the beginning, it definitely does. I mean, that was my go-to series. That's the thing I waited to read every single month. Well, it's less than a month, and I was definitely influenced by it a lot. But nowadays, not so much. Nowadays, my go-to is like One Piece. That's something I read every week, kind of like the main series. But um, uh, I think generally I kind of changed my outlook on like inspiration and all of that. Well, I think I answered that question before. But at the beginning you definitely need all those inspirations, and I mean One Punch Man was definitely one for me, and you kind of subconsciously even pick stuff up that you read and like, but later on it's you kind of enjoy referencing nature, referencing all those stuff that nobody really did before, just your own personal experience, and then you can truly create something unique. I'm kind of all over the place here, but okay. Serb, I highly recommend Hanlim Jim. It's fire webtoon. I'm probably not gonna read anything you guys offer me here. I mean, no offense. I have like a huge list of things I want to check out, and well, I'm still gonna search what it is. Jim, Hanlim Jim. I see. I don't like the fighting stuff that much anymore, to be honest. But it looks interesting. Dude, One Piece, is it really that good? What is it about? Ooh, I mean, I don't know if some people don't like it, but I do. Well, it's about pirates. It's really long. People say the most common thing people say about One Piece is its world building. But I think, I mean, that's the real reason I almost never read One Piece. Just like, what kind of compliment is it has good world building? You can say it has good characters. You can say it has a good story. You can say it has great mystery, has great payoff. But you just say good world building. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Read geography? Just like go and like check the history of China? I don't know. Like, that does not mean anything. Like, China has probably great like world building or whatever. Like, but I think to me, I think that aspect of like payoff, that mystery, it's the series you just to get invested in and spend time with the community. I have like friends IRL who read One Piece, and it's just so fun because you can constantly talk about it without getting exhausted. Even though as a series there are a lot that I do like, that are deeper, richer, and have affected me more, maybe in that philosophical sense. But One Piece, I don't know, it's just that thing. It's just that thing you kind of enjoy. Could Dogningen be on the Webtoon site, or they've taken it down? They have taken it down. The original webcomic they have. It was originally on Webtoon, like Scarfman is, but they took it down. I wonder why. I wonder why they took it down on Webtoon. Like, they're not really that strict. But yeah, Dogningen has good world building too. Amen. I think it does. Yeah. It's just that America thing. I was talking to that with DH, and we were talking about that thing at the beginning. Dogningen. I think that's one of the things we wish we didn't do. It tries to be Japanese. I think I'll listen. If you're out here listening and you want to make a manga, this is the number one mistake. This is something to pay attention to. Do not try to make it Japanese. Do it where you're from. Do it from the perspective of something you know authentically, because even though we don't know anything about Japan, reading a manga series that's set in Japan, you feel the authentic thing. You when it mentions some city or something, but when you try to mention it as a foreigner trying to make a Japanese manga, it's just gonna suck if they start saying something in Japanese. But what you can do definitely is have the culture of anime influence the characters, because I mean that's what that does in the real world. Oh hey, what kind of games do you like? For me, Binding of Isaac for the win. To be honest, I have not played games in God knows how long. Well, I have played games with my little brother. We play Roblox sometimes, but that's just like so I can spend time with him, and it's really fun. Um, but the last game I played is Yakuza. I have played Binding of Isaac back in the day, and I really like that game. But I just don't play games that much anymore. They take up a lot of time, and it's just a waste to me currently. But my country is incredibly boring. We have only mountains. You're not looking hard enough. Like, definitely not. Uh, you probably didn't even go on those mountains. You can make a great manga series about mountains if that's something that first comes to mind. But it's not even about the country itself. It's about the people. It's about the setting. I think having the Dogningen setting be Virginia, where DH is from, and that general area, generally the US, it feels like awesome. Like it just feels fun. Hey, mountains are cool. Cheese and chocolate. Okay. Are you from Belgrade? Nope. Well, um, I guess what I said like about Lagningen, I guess I should. I of course am from Serbia, and you might say, "Oh, what a hypocritical thing to say coming from you. You're from Serbia, and you are still an artist for a series that's taking place in America." But okay, well, I started reading another question and got confused. But yeah, like it would be hypocritical of me to say that. But the thing is, most people do not know anything about Japanese culture and Japanese things to say anything when it comes to that. But I think everyone, even if they're not from the US, know a lot from about like US culture. Uh, US culture is the world culture nowadays if you spend any time on the internet. Um and I think that matters a lot. But then again, DH is from the US, so he knows. um, sorry, sir, Serbian. Uh, I did have a guy answering like Rekira your question, and he messaged like Naikula, but they said they have some other project they're working on, but I don't think they even know about how, well, I don't know if I can say big, but how big Dogningen is. But if I did haven't planned to message them myself, but I have to sort some other things out before I do that. But that is definitely in the plans. I don't know when, and I think it could be really good because I don't having a Serbian manga that is actually known, so like in the US, could be interesting to have here, because I don't know any other Serbian mangas. There probably are, but I know comics, and I am actually friends with some comic book creators that are here from Serbia, but necessarily like manga, not really. You can make a story of that. So I made hometown which was mountainous. Yeah. Roger, you said that well. The thing that you get from just like copying a setting, oh, you want to do this other country, and you can do it by researching. I mean, of course, that would say, oh, I'm taking place in the modern day, and I cannot make a manga about Middle Ages or something. Like that does not mean that, but it adds that authenticity when you actually do something like that. You have least hope. You have least hope a Serbian manga from Banja Luka. I'm not sure what you meant by that. Okay, I'm very slow with drawing. Okay, but it's whatever. Okay, I can do this guy. I think this should be fun. Yeah, no, but like Banja Luka is like a city in Bosnia, and I don't know if the Serbian manga. That's probably where he's from. That's what he said it. But let me Google this guy. Okay, that's what I need. There we go. Look at this guy pooping there. Potty humor is so funny, right? Like, I don't know, it's just great. Hey, how do you get the idea for a manga like this? And how long have you been drawing for? Well, uh, again, I myself didn't get the idea for this. It was DH, but now we are sort of writing together, working on this together. And how long have I been drawing for? Ever since I was born. Um, really, I always knew I was gonna do something related to art. I just enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know. And I'm willing to pay the price because it just fills you with vigor when you do stuff like that. Um, but I mean, I guess to not leave you hanging on the first half of the question, I mean, DA just randomly got the idea in algebra class to come up with the premise, come up with the name. And all in all, it just happened randomly. Where the freeze? Damn, I'm really drawing like slowly. Where's this? Persona. My story of manga is like Persona 3, but is it good for a start? I mean, I don't know what Persona series is about, but I think yeah, like using your city as something like it can still be in English, of course, but using your city, it adds that world building, even if people are not from, let's say, uh, Novi Sad or whatever. Um, they feel it. They feel that this is a real city. This is something that this culture, this something. Uh, it's not just this imaginarily empty thing, because you know it's kind of like, okay, you do something and like, I don't know, you add like a company and it's just like empty, or I don't know, they add some stiff stuff like just to know, just so it serves its purpose. Let's say a character goes in to grab something for uh, to drink, and you can have like just the sign say, oh, it's drink, I don't know, drinking place or whatever, or you can have come up with some imaginary restaurant, and every single restaurant or drinking place, I don't know whatever it's called, uh, is that, um, and it just really adds for that much character. Are you a furry? And is Rex considered a furry? No, I'm not a furry. You should not ask. You should not ask that. No, I'm just kidding. But I am not a furry. And would Rex be considered a furry? Biologically, yes. Mentally, no. He's not an insane. But I am drawing furries currently, so I don't know what that makes me. And it's like image of a furry pooping. So that's an image to behold. So anything I say can be taken with a grain of salt, of course, but I am telling the truth. Hey, that makes you talented. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Drawing furries that poop. I should make this place. I should add like some corn in there, you know. Is that Krita you're using? Yep, it is. I just like that the most, and that's what I started with. I still struggle drawing furries. I don't know what it is about them. They just look so creepy, but I don't know how to like capture that. Maybe like this? Yeah, that's cool. I think that is good. Ted asks, when is the new chapter of Dog Ningen? Well, I'm drawing it right now. I currently have 8 pages done. Well, not 8, but 7. So, I don't know. Maybe usual 3 weeks, but I do have some exams coming up, so maybe not. Not too sure. It very reminds me of FNAF. Like, kind of like a funny story. I never really liked horror stuff. I never did. Games, movies, whatever. I was just really scared as a kid. Well, I still don't like them, but I remember one time I was at this like birthday party and everyone watched a horror movie and I just stayed up. Um, I was not even watching it because I was so scared, and I pretended I was like courageous, and I just said I didn't like it, but in actuality I was scared. I gotta say, it is one of all time. In your opinion, what are the manga that you think that Dog Ningen is objectively better than writing wise? I don't think I can necessarily answer that. Everyone finds something as long as it's honest, but um, probably a lot of popular stuff out there started honest, but then maybe like later on because of I don't know what kind of changed. But I think it's just a race of being as honest as you can with yourself. But again, that's kind of difficult um, because it's hard to actually be honest. Like really, again, it's the question of being original as well. It's all of those things. I guess I guess I'm gonna stop drawing for now. Let's have some image something done. Okay, let's have that. Uh, and I'm gonna answer a question and probably go on a little bit, but I don't think I can say any specific names of manga. It's just someone might see something in it, and it's unfair to say it's bad objectively. Um, you don't give Shakespeare to a child and say, "Oh, this is objectively better writing. You should read this instead of your children's book." But I mean, to a child, and it is better. It is better that that's something he gets. That's something he enjoys, and I think a good piece of work has many layers. For example, like I don't know, let's say the popular example is Dragon Ball. Uh, Someone can read it at a very young age, just enjoy the pure fights, just enjoy all of that aspect of it. But then you kind of grow and you see that there's some other stuff there. It's not just so about the fights, but that's the aspect that grabs you right there. Well, there are many works that have all those different aspects, and someone might enjoy it. But again, like I said, I think it's important to be honest, because if any of those aspects is not honest, then you kind of fall flat. But I mean, who knows? All the children content with on YouTube that's just made to make money is really popular. So who knows what I'm even saying? But I think at least grown-ups can tell the difference. When is physical release for volumes 5 and 6? My little brother loves them. Soon. Soon. Hey, I'm sorry, but I must ask, do you earn anything from dogging in manga? If so, is it a substantial amount, or would you say it's more of a pocket change? Um, yes, we do. It's not necessarily a substantial amount, but it's not necessarily pocket change. Depends where you are. Depends when you are. Here in Serbia, it's solid, not substantial, but it's it's good to have. Definitely, it's not just so I buy some little things, but it is pretty solid. And we should make a bigger effort to monetize, uh, because well, not to hype myself up or anything, but I think the manga is really popular, and it's just that we don't have that much stuff that we can monetize so far. But it's something to look out for in the future. It's just that uh, what do you want to say? It's just that the money isn't a priority, at least for now. How old is your younger brother? My younger brother is 10 years old, and I am 20. How does monetization work in mangas? There is no monetization. Like you can just get as you can have a billion views and you won't earn a single dollar. Depends on where you are. I think on Webtoon there is a monetization system, but like here the only money we made is from the printed copies. We do have some other stuff planned, like merch or something, because people have been asking for that. Getting more volumes out and some other projects then again, so we can monetize it better. But we are in underworks, if I can say it like that, for those. It's just taking time. But it's not as easy as on YouTube. You just post and you get stuff. You have to like research and see what you can do. It's a creative aspect. Like, what sort of thing can you monetize with this? Because okay, now you can have God knows how much popularity, but then you have to see, okay, people like this, but how can you actually make a living out of it? It's not so simple. You have to be creative with it as well. I mean, maybe like, okay, selling the printed copy is not that creative, but you can earn it in God knows how many ways. What's up? What's up? Okay. I'm not gonna to anyone new if there are like those people. I'm not gonna draw anymore. Just gonna. I've seen Rex masks float around. Always wonder if you guys were manufacturing them. Nope. I don't know what masks you mean. DH has one, and he bought it on Halloween. That's why. That's also part of why he made the manga. He just got that mask and wanted to make some content out of it, and then he called himself like dog and then N word, and I guess the rest is history. But yeah, we do not produce that. That could be an interesting idea. How many volumes will Dog be long? 30, 20, 12. I don't know. I don't know. Cannot even give you a number. So far, I guess it's like 6 or 7 volumes long. Content-wise, I mean, there are only 4 volumes out. That's a thing, but I don't know. Probably around 30 or more. I don't know. I mean, the more story goes, of course, like you just want to add more stuff, and that's just how it goes. I'm gonna lie, Dog Ninkin is actually a major inspiration for my manga. I'm designing my characters right now. That's great to hear, really. Um, I guess the most important thing that you can really do is just be that inspiring factor that I don't like the word like inspiring. It's just used in a wrong way nowadays, but give give people that vigor to try something new. I mean, in all honesty, most people that do come to me, and I mean a lot do, saying they are trying to make their own manga. Um, they give up. They give up, like life eats them up, and it's a feat. It's this battle you're trying to fight of doing something to continue doing something. It's not a simple follow your dreams. Like sometimes you won't be able to earn enough money doing what you love, but that's like saying I don't know, playing sports, you need to earn money out of it. It's just fun. It's just fun, and it gives you something that nothing else does. Spending too much time on the internet, you're like spending like too much time on the internet can be okay. I'm just like getting off track. Like it can dull you. It can dull you, especially of so many ways we can distract ourselves. It's not because it's hard to make money of something that we give up. Um, well, that's a part of it. Uh, Back in the day, you just used to do stuff. I don't know. You were chased by a lion in the African savannah, and it's hard. It's probably a lot harder than making a manga. I mean, it definitely is, but you have nothing else to do. You have nothing else to do. But now it's just like, okay, I can make my own manga, but I can also play video games. I can also watch some pornography or whatever. Um, it's easy. It's really easy. But when you don't have that choice of, oh, I'm going to do this, I only can draw. Like then even doing a dead end job isn't so dead end anymore because you have something you're working on. Even though, eh, the chances of you making money they're still slim, but at least working that job so you survive has something meaningful. It's not just, oh, I played this new video game. So yeah, we'll make a new manga when you finish it or move in life. I don't know. I have not planned it out that far ahead. Probably, I'm definitely gonna still keep doing art. I don't know where I'm gonna be in that time. 10-year-old really dogging in. I'm not sure what you mean. Did you mean about my little brother? Well, he's not reading Dog Ningen. He's just 10 years old, and he's just my brother. Netflix anime series about Dog Ningen. I don't know, maybe. My ancestors were hunting lions in the savannah. I doubt they were hunting lions. The lions were hunting them, and they tried to escape. Um, Lions are crazy animals. I watched this like thing when they ask questions to uh, tribes in Africa, and it was really interesting. It was a really interesting watch because we don't really understand how it is there. We project this idea, but the life, it just seems so simple because they were asking them these questions about, what are you most afraid of? What is your greatest day ever? Like, when are you the happiest? When are you the saddest? And I mean, the answer to those questions was like, oh, what am I most afraid of? Lions. Uh, what is the happiest day in my life? When there is a lot of meat and honey. What is the saddest day? When there is no meat. It's just that simple, but it's that deep. Like, that's great. I mean, imagine eating something you yourself hunted. That probably feels amazing, but I cannot relate. Logging in merch. Yeah, I mean, I talked about it. We do have it in plan, but it's not that simple to make. What are you studying? I'm studying art. I am classical art, uh, and I'm currently second year, although I'm not sure how it works in the States. Um, uh, but I don't know, because there are like grades. It's like it goes above like grade 8. It's like, I don't know, to be honest. It's like the University of Arts. Hey, what time is it there? Time is 9:23. Just like Central European time. Okay, let's search something. Uh-huh. There we go. Maskman said you were helping him with his manga. Yeah, I actually have. And, well, he's not necessarily going to be in, but he has like a small character inside Dogningen that's gonna show up this chapter actually. That's sort of has his aesthetic. So that's gonna be fun. I plan to end the stream as well in like, I don't know, a couple of minutes. So ask like a few more questions, and then I'm going to end it. Um, probably won't do something like this specifically again. It was just like a test stream. If I'm going to do something else, it's gonna be more orderly. Have you watched Kill la Kill? Nope, I have not. Ever played Gartic Phone? Yes, I have. Actually, I did have a plan on doing some event on the Discord server with Gartic Phone. Stay tuned about that. That's probably something we can do, like a dog Ningen themed Gartic Phone. I had that idea, but maybe even next weekend. I don't know. It can be interesting. Oh, who's Masked Man? It's a YouTuber, and he has his own like manga. Well, trying to work on it. So yeah. Yeah. So sorry, I'm back. Okay. I'm gonna probably end the stream in like 5 to 10 minutes. So yeah, just ask the finishing questions, and I'm going. It's not the president, it's you. If if your life is bad, well, it's your own responsibility. It's a shame you're ending the stream. My boyfriend really likes these series and he would have loved to join. Poor guy has classes though. That's great. I like that you're reading it together. I like when I hear like, I don't know, friends or couples are reading it. Um, who's your favorite character in general or from like Dog Ningen? I think from Dog Ningen. I don't know. I love them all really. Uh, but I don't know. If I were to say, it would probably be Yukio. But again, it's just like they're all so close up there. Just like knowing when they're gonna go to, and I don't know, it's just awesome. Uh, Amazing stream. I don't know if it's amazing. I'm just doing a test here, see how things go. Talk to the audience a little bit. Um, if I'm going to do them in the future, they're probably gonna be a lot more again structured than this one and better. I hope so. So yeah. Um, Okay, I answered that question. Favorite dog naming character to draw? That would be. Hmm, I don't know. Again, I don't know. I like them all. I like to draw all of them in a certain way. I'm not necessarily a furry, but I still like drawing Rex. Neo is as well also interesting. He doesn't have a nose and everything, but he's kind of like this cool, and he still looks humanoid. Trish is fun because, well, I don't know, titties, or, sometimes I'm just in the mood to draw that. Then there is like Yukio or Biu or Kyle. Those are more like straight up humans, and I like all of them in a certain way. So I don't think I can pick one that's favorite to draw. Difference between one manga creator and two manga creators. The difference in work. Well, hmm. Sometimes having two manga creators can be difficult, but I think it could be a strength as well. But for example, me and DH are first and foremost friends. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes I have this idea and he has this idea, and it's just in conflict, and it kind of sucks for a little bit. But then we come up with something even greater because we keep working on it, we keep refining it, and we come up with something even better. It's not that we meet each other in the middle, but we come up with something that's elevated. and I think that's what I like about this process. DH nowadays mostly focuses on Scarfman, because I mean, just writing out the script, it's not that intensive as like drawing the whole chapter. It takes like 3 weeks or more. But I mean, just we constantly talk about the story. We constantly, I constantly say, oh, I have this idea, and then he has this idea, and we constantly move forward, and it's just great. When you are one, uh, there's definitely advantages to that as well. I mean, I myself may not necessarily know how it is, but it's probably like a lot more straightforward. But you can probably get yourself in a rut. And I mean, there are strengths and weaknesses to both. Uh, I'm not a furry, but by the way, have you ever had experience with not safe for work art? Yeah, I mean, I'm not a furry, but no, I'm seriously have not drawn any furries except Rex. Well, and like this chapter and a couple of past chapters. And have I had any experience in not safe for work art? Thankfully not. I did have in the past like a problem with like pornography and all of that, and I wasn't thankfully good enough yet to like draw not safe for work art myself, because I probably would go down in those waters. um, can it be art? Probably. Well, yes, actually, but it's a lot of people look at it in a shallow way just to do the deed, if I can say it like that. It has very little artistic value, and I think that's one reason why, I mean, even the AI art or whatever nailed that first. Because people have this defensiveness when it comes to that, but the moment they want something from it, like, oh, draw me this picture, this porn picture or whatever, they will immediately go to that because they just want something that the art can give them. And I mean, I don't know, I'm still hypocritical. There I still do like I don't know, some slightly not safe for work stuff, but I don't think it's that is that bad. Anything has like uh, that it has some meaning to it. Uh, I don't necessarily have gripes with people who do not safe for work art. It's just that I don't think it's that rich. It's not necessarily art because of how people generally perceive it. You do not find this uh, not safe for work artist and you're like, oh wow, this is beautiful. I enjoy the richness of this piece. You kind of just feel aroused, and it's animalistic in a sense, and it's it lowers who you are. It does not elevate you but brings you down, and that's something essentially I am against, and that's why I don't like to participate in it, even though it definitely can be. I mean, I know, like, because I study art history as well, there are some like technically not safe for work art that is actual art, that is, you don't look at that and you're not simply aroused, even though that can be an aspect of it, but you are, there is that richness. I mean, that's all I was gonna say. Gonna redraw Scarfman? No. Problem with LGBTQ characters in manga and anime? Huh? Not sure what you mean by that. Hey, I'm glad you recovered from your porn addiction. Must have been a tough ride, eh? Yeah. I mean, I guess I sort of answered that in your previous question. Uh, it was an experience, and I'm better for it. But was it tough and a really bad period of my life? Maybe even worse. But it's not so much the addiction itself as what was the hole that tried to fill in. But I'm definitely better now, like a lot. I don't think generally I have been better ever. Um, just trying to find something that again elevates you, that you feel your worth. You feel something and you're like, oh, I am not this small thing that is just this speck, this not even an animal, just an addict. That is the worst feeling, and I wouldn't want that on anyone. What if Dog Ninja fandom gets dark and toxic? We, I don't know. We can't influence that. Uh, I'm actually surprised. Like I don't know, like how quote unquote fandom good actually is, how good it actually is. Like people are actually so nice and supportive for this title and this manga, like the premise and everything. I'm actually surprised it's not more toxic. Like I'm like actually wow, and I don't know, wherever it goes, I don't really care. It's their own thing, but I don't think it necessarily will get there. Uh, some people always do some crazy shit. I think generally everyone, it's those like few that make those like dark and toxic, and that's why the whole fan base gets called out for that. But I think if you generally are honest with your story, you should be good. I don't think, even though it seems like that on the surface, I don't think Dog Ningen is a, I don't know, pessimistic, toxic, or dark story. I think it's generally quite fun uh, and optimistic. So I doubt it would necessarily attract those types of people aside from the first few chapters. But if there were, they would probably stop later on either way. So. Uh, I don't know if you guys have any more questions. Because I'm thinking about ending it now. All right, I think that's it. I'm gonna wait a little bit more if anyone is typing some other question, but I think that is it. All right. Have a good night, guys. Hope you have great day. Generally, great life, but that's up to you. I cannot wish you that, but see you when the new chapter comes out, or maybe sooner.